Hi, everyone. Today we'll go over the power presentation that has been created for CIEES hybrid conference for examination of rotors, scavators, ropes for environmental safety workers in the coal mines of Kosovo. Introduction. Go ahead with the second slide. Introduction. I'm going to move this guy somewhere. It's not going to bother us. So introduction will be the Kosovo mines are removing wastelands and exploding coal with 5 rotary excavators in the wastelands and 4 in coal. Methodology will be that measurement and verification of all excavators, ropes, and self-propelled tapes for working in a safe environment. For the height of ladder over 20 meters of the angle of A30 scale of the air collapse sliding of the masses must always be taken into account, both at the bottom of the ladder and top of it, the area of deformation. This area is calculated according to the expression, the table here. Main mining equipment for coal mining. In the mine, both currently in the coal are engaged these mine equipments with all the combining mechanism, including the ropes for landing and raising. So here we have some rotor excavators with SRS type. We have E8M, E86B, E83B. As you can see, the scaling is 1300 by 26 / 5.0, 470 by 17 / 1.5, 470 by 20 / 3.0. The bottom here, we have some SRS type of rotor excavators, same one at the top with different measurement. As you can see, the top one is 470 by 20 / 3.0, 315 15 / by 3.5, 315 / by 15, 1.5, and the last one 400 by 14 / 1.0. So we have the top one is 7B, E7B, E1B, E4B, and E7M. So they all are SRS excavators, but different models. Objectives, the measurement part, electromechanical repair of the BRS 1200 self-propelled bar was done in the active mine of Kosovo Energy Corporation. The measurement were carried out in the open field when the excavator was not functioning. After testing and verifying the condition of the ropes and coils in self-propelled bar SPB through the method verifying and testing, the rope in the upper construction is extremely damaged and so it does not meet even the criteria for further use. And it is recommended that it be replaced with a new one with parameter of joints or equivalent to the rope that has been installed previously. Sorry, I did some, I think this guy needs to go. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we have some pictures. The top one left, it shows the daily rope work, current condition, tested rope to be installed. The top one right shows that ropes technically tested and they're okay for use. Bottom one, as you can see, there's installation of rope screening devices. Those pictures all has been taken on the field of Kosovo. Examination of the BRS 1200 millimeter self-moving tape rope. The condition of the rope regarding the level of corrosion and loss of metal surface is verified by scanning with equipment master MDB 120B defect graph. So here's some graph that has been measurement and verified through the engineering analyst. Review and analysis of rope scanning by results SPB BRS 1200 millimeter. The review and analysis of the results of NDT scan of the conveyor belt are done in the accordance with the following standards. Law number 04L039 on the technical requirements for product conformity assessment, official newspaper of Republic of Kosovo, with date of September 14, 2011. Republic of Kosovo, Ministry of Trade and Industry, regulation of which happened with date 04/2013 on the safety machinery. That's a European standard with number 12385-3 for steel wire ropes. European standards 12927, safety requirements for passengers transport by ropes, all parts, especially part number 3, long splicing of 6 standard hauling, carrying hauling, and towing ropes. We have the part 6, which is going to be discard criteria 5.3.1, rope examined by entity, which is a loss of metallic area. What the next slide? On the slides, we have some analysis of results. So the data for the carrier rope or rope diameter, we have D, 0.4 millimeter. The length will be L, 45 millimeter. The rope thread diameter will be 2.1 millimeter. The metal surface of the thread, as you can see, we have some details from D2/4, which is equal D12/4, and all combines come to 3.46 millimeter per cutter, which is pretty impressive. Number of threads, it's 6 by 19, altogether 114 thread. The total metal surface of the cross section of the rope, which is PM 1114 times 3.46 equal to 460.62 meter per cutter. The rope with the new one was placed had the nominal diameter 42 millimeter. That currently has the same diameter, so we don't have the thinning. The test indicator that is set during the scan is 3.50 millimeter SM, which is equal to 7.779 millimeter cutter, and the diagram shows the deviation of the analysis. So here's a diagram here. So on this diagram, we have, as you can see, the reading by NDT. I'm going to place the cursor. So reading by NDT diagrams, we have 3.4 total areas, SPM rope metals, metal surface, and metal surface loss in percentage. There's some analysis that has been done from engineering in our company here. From the NDT scan results, it results in the length of rope from the beginning of 0 meter to 20 meter. We have maximized to 3.5, respectively, 19.481 millimeter cutter. Loss of metal surface due to increased level of pressure results in 4.2% loss of metal surface. In the length of rope from the beginning 20 meter to 33 meter, we have maximized 3.7 millimeter, respectively with 21.2 loss of metal surface due to increased level of correction results in 4.6% loss of metal surface. Whereas the results obtained with the device Master MDB 120 defect graph have physically verified in the carrier rope of HHVL for the tested ropes. Based on the inspection, the results of scanning and physical verification, the existing rope of HHVL BRS 1200 millimeter RM1F is characterized by low damage which does not exceed the value above 175 through 252 millimeter or 4.2%. If we want to go with percentage. Loss of metal surface from correction, we have applicable standards. This is allowed up to max 10%. Final conclusion, we have that SPBR rope 1200 millimeter for arm ups and downs can be used as well as consoles on consoles, as long as the rope on the consoles are out of allowed standard and such should be replaced. Review of E3 for escalators ropes. Inspection of ER4 escalators input parameters of the rope 42 millimeters, 252 meters length. Escalators E4M rope for raising and lowering arm, it's 1F max. We have the cross section of rope 6 by 19 plus IVRC. The total yarns are 114 with rope thread diameter 2.1 millimeter. The condition of the rope regarding the level of corrosion and loss of metal surface is verified with scanning with Master MDB 120B defect graph equipment. See the scans below. We have some scans below which we were able to kind of just do the measurement here. So we have the tape measurement from 0 to 25 meters. So as you can see, start from 0.5 all the way up to 0.75 here. The next slide will be from starting from 0.8 to 150 millimeter. So as you can see the diagrams, so sorry, 75 all the way to 150. And the next one will be 155 to 225, starting 150 here on the top, all the way at the bottom to 225. This slide will be to review analysis of rope scanning results, scavenger for lifting, lowering wing. Review and analyze the results of NDT scan for wide rope of the cableway La Via Vrata are done and confirmed. Law number 04L039 on technical requirements for product on conformity assessment, official newspaper of Kosovo. Republic of Ministry of Trade of Kosovo, Ministry of Trade, Trading and Industry, regulation of number 04/2013 on the safety machinery. We have the European standard, which is 123285 for steel wire ropes and 12927 safety requirement for passenger transport by rope, all parts, especially part 3 and part 6. Analysis of results. So we do have some analysis of results for a carrier rope, which it shows here rope diameter, it's 42 millimeter, length is 252 meter, the rope thread diameter is 2.1 millimeter, metal surface of thread is 2/4 to 212/4, which is all combined comes to 346 millimeter cut. And we have the number of threads, 6 by 19 with 114 threads. The total metal surface of cross section of rope SPM 114 by 346 comes up all to 460.60 meter per cutter. The rope with the new one was placed had the nominal diameter 42 millimeter and currently have the same diameter, so we don't have thinning. The test indicator that is set during the scan is 3.50 millimeter SM, 7.79 millimeter, and the diagram shows a deviation of 2 millimeter. Conclusion of this slide here, it's basis of analysis standard ISO 4309/2010. So metal surface loss calculations are AW rate 3 millimeters red in the NDT diagram of the rope. From this, according to the diagram, we have the percentage of metal surface loss SPM is 19.4/460.6. Altogether is 4.29% if we want to go with percentage. Here's a real-time measurement table here. So reading by NTD diagrams, you can go over all that. I'll give you some time. But total area SPM rope metal is millimeter per second is 460, and meter surface of lost it's 19.48, and metal surface of loss in percentage is 4.29. From the NDT scan results, in the length of rope from beginning 0 meter to 20 meter, we have maximized 3 millimeter respectively, 19.4 and 19.4 millimeter to loss of metal surface due to increased level of corruption results in 4.2% loss of metal surface. In the length of rope from beginning 20 meter to 50 meter, we have maximized respectively 29.2 millimeter per cutter loss of metal surface due to increased level of corruption results in 6.3% loss of metal surface. In the length of rope from the beginning 50 meter to 75 meter, we have maximized 6% respectively 48.7 loss of metal surface due to increased level of corruption resulting in loss of surface metal. In the length of rope from beginning to 75 to 100, we have maximized 7% this time, respectively 58.4 millimeter per cutter loss of metal surface due to increased level of corruption results in 12.6% surface loss. This slide, we're going to have some metal diagrams. In the length of rope from beginning 100% to 75, so same as the other slide, but just we have different matter here. As you can see, it's 100 to 75. The second one, it's 175 to 190, which has been maximized to 4 millimeter. And the third one, it's 190 to 252, which has been maximized with 3 millimeter respectively with 19.4 millimeter loss of metal surface, due to increased level of corrosion on resulting in 4.9 loss of surface. The results obtained with Maraster MTB 120 defect device have been physically verified on the E4 excavator skid rope for 1F arm lift and lower rope. Based on the inspection, scanning results, and the physical verification, the existing rope of the excavator's E4 arm 1F has damages. Cumulative of changes that have been occurred compared to the condition when the new one was installed, expressed as a percentage in its length of 50 meter up to 175, with damage value of 10.5% to 16.9%, which is greater than that allowed for this rope 10%. In the other length of rope, we have small damages, the cumulative of changes that have been occurred compared to the situation when the new one was installed, expressed as a percentage in its length from 0 to 50 meter and from 175 to 252 meter, has the value of damage loss of the surface metal like corrosion from 4.2 to 6.3, which is less than that allowed for this rope 10%. So the final will be that excavator carrying rope E4M for up and down arms 1F 42 millimeters length, 42 millimeters and length 252 meters. We're talking about the type 6 by 19 cannot be used. Thank you for listening to my video. Please, if you have any questions, reach out to my email here. I would be happy to assist. Thank you.